So, given that y'all had this project that y'all were excited about, but even from you being there and from you playing it for other people and even you knowing yourself, like there's 10 million samples on this thing. Like, did that I'm wondering what Tommy Boy's position was on like how much they felt like they needed to clear.
We didn't feel like we needed to clear the skits. We're like, they're not songs, they're just skits. They're under X amount of minutes. We don't have to clear this shit, and it came back to haunt us.
So the Turtles joint, right, because that's a skit.
Il est midi. Midi.
It's a skit.
Wow, okay. That makes a lot of sense then, right? Because y'all drew a distinction between the songs and the in-between pieces, and it's one of the in-between pieces that came back to
we cleared fucking Knee Deep, right? We cleared a lot of those records. Bra gets cleared. A lot of those Detroit Emeralds gets cleared. A lot of that shit gets cleared. What doesn't get cleared, Otis Redding got cleared. Steely Dan got cleared. What we didn't, Hall & Oates got cleared. What we didn't clear was that.
So
and think about it.
That's interesting. Like that's just sitting here in 2021, thinking about not being able to hit that on Spotify and it'd be tied up into all of these things. Like, it's so interesting to think about how that decision reverberates decades later, Of all of the, but there's tons of rap albums with tons of samples that came out at that time and since. And a lot of those have found their way into like being available, into being able to adapt legally and survive. And
some have and some haven't.
Right. But plenty have.
Yep.
I'm really curious in your opinion on why this album in particular, what has made it so singularly problematic in terms of it being able to live on the streaming services?
Well, one of it is there's precedent set, right? There was a major lawsuit, and then there's a relationship between the label and the band. So, and I could be completely wrong. My understanding is that Tommy Boy would not make themselves libelous for any of the samples, and they wanted to put the onus all on De La if any lawsuits arise. And I think that De La wasn't feeling that. That's my understanding. I could be wrong. I could be speaking out of place. That's my understanding. I think that that's part of the contention between De La and Tommy Boy.
That makes sense.
That they don't want to have the whole onus of being responsible for everything uncleared because I think they supposedly or did in fact come forward with all the sample information.
Right.
And I think there's contention whether they did or didn't. But I don't know the intricacies. I love De La and I love Monica, who has nothing to do with the lawsuit. And Tom Silverman is Tom Silverman. And he's an abject capitalist, but he also I made some money with him over the years. I have mixed feelings about him, but if you have any illusions that he's anything but an abject capitalist, you're living an illusion. Like, I think everyone knows that, De La included. So I don't necessarily think what he's doing is vindictive. I think it's all about money.
That's right.
And, everything he does has always kind of been around money.
He's on brand.
So,
he's on brand.
Right. That's just the way Tom is. So, I would, I know Tom for years. I don't think he's a malicious, evil person, but I think that he also is always got his eye on the dollar, and I think that this is all about money. I think he's probably wrong. I think he is wrong. I think there's probably a way to handle it, and I think that at some point it might have became a battle of the egos. De La aired him out, and I think knowing Tom, his ego didn't like that.
Right. Yeah, it's a messy situation, man, and I think it sucks because I want to be able to play the album. I want to be able to play them first 3 albums.
I just wanted to go stream it right now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it really does suck that they haven't been able to figure it out. But we hope.
What bothers me too is look, the first record's not on there, but I like the second and third record better.
That's what I'm saying. The third one is one of my favorite albums of all time.
That's my favorite.
Like, Balloon Mind
my favorite one
is incredible. Yeah.
Super slept on. Ego Trip is amazing. Like the whole album. All the albums. Stakes is High is really good.
Yeah, Stakes is High is also incredible. Yeah.
I like all the records. They're all great. Stakes is High may be my favorite, but Balloon Mind State is a motherfucker.
You know what?
Man. It's great because the
High
second one, they're so angry.
Yeah.
They're so angry in the second one a little bit. It's great, but they're angry a little bit. Like they're mad at who they are. Though it's a brilliant record, but Balloon Mind State's really cerebral and trippy. It's fucking amazing.
And it's a fully formed, own, beautiful thing with like, and the jazz,
I mean,
the
all that-
jazz to it is
it's
crazy.
so jazzy.
You know, and then yeah, Stakes is High is like a fully realized whole other thing that like was to me was like the album of that time. You know what I'm saying? It's like
It's a great
the
record.
album. You know, so you know, I just think it sucks that we can't sit and enjoy those and celebrate those the same way we do all the other music. So whenever
That's
I
really true.
get a chance to speak to anybody who was involved in those records, I love to get their opinions and perspective.
Thanks for watching that, and if you dug that, leave a thumbs up and say what up in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to Stony Island Audio for more.